How's it, guys? Okay, so we're doing headlock counters from the mount. So, from the mounted position, okay, very common thing that could happen. Person gets you around the neck and holding you tight, so can't do anything. Okay, so first of all, I'm here, my hands are sprawled, and we're countering any movement. So, the person is going to switch the legs and they're going to try and turn. We're going to turn, I switch to modified mount. Now Shelly, what Shelly's going to try and do, she's going to switch her legs. That's the indicator. Hang on a second. So when she switches her legs, that's the indicator she's going to try to throw me over. So when she tries to throw me over, I base my hands heavy, my feet are going to become right, and I pull the hip back. And I reorganize myself here. She switches the legs again, this is all the way around. Again. Okay, so that's pretty much how I counter the throw over by pulling the hips back. Secondly, what could happen is they get annoyed that they can't do anything, so they let your head go and they're going to start turning. So the moment she lets my head go, I know she wants to start turning. So as she starts turning, I'm going to use this hook and I'm going to ride her up nice and slowly. My hand's heavy, so as she gets up, I bring my hooks inside and I walk my feet back as much as I can, trying to line my toes up with the knees, get the heels back as much as I can. And I'm going to go over under, okay? Common mistake that people make is they try and stick these hooks in too deep. When they stick the hooks in too deep, they fall over the front. So we need to make sure we get the legs back. Your legs can stop here by the hips. In fact, if they start pushing that way, I can actually pull them back by just straightening my legs and see how the control I've got here. See that? So controlling, we're here. I've got a lot of control. I'm going to go over under. So I put the seatbelt on. I can connect my hands however I'm comfortable. So I connect my hands comfortably, I pinch my elbows together, both of them together, and I pinch my knees. So this elbow is pinched by that knee. I'm then going to push. I'm going to roll that way because my top elbow is facing that way. So I want to roll over this shoulder here. Okay, my left shoulder, which is the left arm over the top. And I'm going to push with the same side leg as the side I'm going to roll. I will push with this leg a little bit as well, but this is my hook leg. This leg is going to bring this leg up and over and out. So I connect my hands and I roll over, boom, and I hook that leg over. Okay, so from this point, I hook it over, I can kick that leg over, and we can sit here and we take the back and we can start working on all our submissions. Okay, all points, submission, worst case scenario when I get here, and I want to get the hook in and they're defending the hook because they're raising that, they're bringing the elbows, I can't get the hook in, can't get the hook in. Very easy problem to solve. All I'm going to do is I'm going to shift this arm up across the face. I connect my hands and I stretch my body. Throw the hook in and re-get that clamp and that seat belt and we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, then we've got the last one, which is the armlock finish. So this is taking the back. Okay, so we had prevent the get up and then we had take the back. The next one is the armlock finish. So when we're here, and they turn, I'm going to this modified position, and they're just sitting there holding as tight as they can, and they're squeezing. This can be painful, so we need to transfer that energy. So I'm going to bring this blade, just let me go a second. So I want to bring my blade, when I say blade, my pinky side, this bone that runs down to your elbow, okay, nice and hard, okay, and narrow, it's like a knife. You actually feel it, it's like a knife edge. So I want to take that knife edge, I want to stick it, and I want to go for the corner. So if you can imagine your neck joined with your shoulder, if you can imagine that as like a right angle, so like that, that's a right angle, so 90 degrees, okay? I want to go in between that 90 degrees, so I want to cut that 90 degrees by 45 degrees, so there's 90, there's 45. So I'm bringing that blade in, so Shelly holds me, I bring the blade across, this arm can go on the outside or the inside, generally better on the inside. They're holding you tight, you're going to have opportunity to come around the outside. So I'm going to bring the blade in, make a fist, so I make it nice and tight, I grab the fist, I'm going to push the blade in by the next side, generally this arm is going to let go straight away as I push that power. And if not, hold it, if not you're pushing and you get to a point where you're pushing so hard and they're not letting go, you're going to start carving. When you do this carve out, that's generally when that arm is going to break. This hand that was pushing straight away will reach straight for the elbow. And I want to straighten my body up. Just bend your arm.
Okay.
You can't. So you can't bend your arm. Reason being, as I grabbed your elbow to control the elbow, I brought my head up and I used my head and my shoulder to keep your arm straight. I can then take my hand, I push your face, I walk this foot up, walk, drop my knee, I'm going to catch that arm, so now I've got double arm control. I can step over here and go belly down arm bar, or I can step over and fall down and attack the arm. But because I have both arms, I actually don't even need to throw my leg over before I sit down. Generally, you would need to throw the leg over before you sit. But because I have both arms controlled, try sit up. Okay, you can't. You can't sit up because I've got this arm control. So I can throw this leg over anytime. I pull my feet in, I squeeze, I pinch my knees tight, I control the wrist, I make sure thumb's pointing away, and I pull the arm towards my chest. There's your arm bar. Straight forward like that. So there we have 3 basic variations. You've got prevent the get up was the first one. The second one is take the back. And the third one is the armlock finish. Okay, so we're going to move into the advanced technique now. So a couple of things that could happen here is one of the things when we get into modified mount here and we get into this position, sometimes what can happen is they're strong enough that they push you over. So they push you over, so I start falling back. Okay, so this foot here, straight away. I want to hook that leg, and I'm going to straighten that leg out, and I'm going to swing my leg over the head. So this leg here, I'm going to either catch the leg there, or if I miss that leg, I'll catch the leg there. Either or, it doesn't matter. If I've got that leg over there, no problem. From here, I'm going to lie back like this. Same thing I'm going to do. I'm going to stretch. When I straighten this leg, it gives me that, and then that's easy to pull up. And then I can finish the arm bar. So just to give you a bit of a different angle there, so you can see what I'm doing. Turn this way for me. So like that, there you go, perfect. Okay, so from here, just to show you what it did. So I've got the arm in this position, but they're strong and they bump me over the side. I hook this leg here, straight away, because she's trying to get on top of me, right? She's really turning onto me. So this foot hooks the leg, and I stretch that leg straight. See how that pushes her away? Gives me the space to throw the leg over, the head, boom, I push her away. Control the arm straight away. Boom. There we have it. Okay. What could also happen here is when I get into this position over here, and they're very tight, very often they hold your arm tight so you can't get the arm out. So this could be a bit of a problem as well. So let's just show you. So she's holding my arm, I can't do anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick that leg over, I'm going to apply pressure, and I'm going to shoot this arm in deeper, and I'm going to turn, bring my head to the floor, and I'm going to drive my hand flat into the floor. And I'm going to bring my ear, just to show you what happened there again. So from here, when I was in this position, here, okay, she's holding that arm tight, and I can't move. Whatever I do, she's giving me a bit of a struggle here. So I'm going to kick that leg up and over, and I want to push this arm in as deep as I can. I want to lift, I want to pull that arm in. So see how I drag this arm in with this hand. I pull it in, my hand's going to go flat on the floor, like this, and I'm going to bring my ear to ear, nice and tight, and give her a little tug in. So just look at my position here. So there's my knee next to her hip. This foot is based out. I can bring it a bit closer if I want to, but this arm and neck, I want to get the arm trapped ear to ear, so the arm needs to be this side, which is quite easy to do when they're pinching your arm. So when you shoot that arm through, drop your head, dropping your arm out. Very difficult, you can't. I connect my hands, now even more difficult. So I'm going to take a little bit of a step here, and I'm going to drag it towards my back leg. It's straight away, you want to tap already, sorry. Let's do that again. So from here, I drag it. So I'm going to do it slowly, and I put pressure same time. So as I pull it in, just to show solo drill there, so as I pull it in, I'm driving down. So as I pull it in, I'm tightening up the pressure around the neck, and when I lean forward like this, I'm driving my shoulder into the carotid artery, and that's where you cut off the air supply. Okay, so we have arm bar, using the leg hook, where you straighten the leg when you take the back. Very simple arm bar. I think a very good way to practice that. just to go over that, I'm also going to do the triangle again from the back, so just sit it. So just if you want to practice that scenario, so if I take this arm here, step, hook that foot, bring your knees in, you get your partner to bend their leg like this can help to do it. And the reason being, you're going to say like, oh, but what if they straighten their leg? Chances are, if they straighten their leg, this bottom one is always easy to get. So I can hook in between the legs, I can hook the bottom leg, and still I straighten. See, as I straighten, I kick it out. As I straighten, I kick it out. There's that armbar. Okay, so same this side. From here, I straighten that leg, there's the armbar. Okay, happens every single time. Okay, so that is the armbar. Now we're going to go to the triangle. So what could happen here is I get into this position, control, and what they do is they hold your arm very tight. Okay, you don't really know what to do. Can become a little bit of a fight, so what you can do is I'm going to switch hands here. So I want to grab this hand was normally holding my wrist. I had the seat belt. Okay, I'm going to switch hands. I want to grab that hand. I'm going to grab this hand. I'm going to pull that off. I'm going to bring my leg, my foot, over that arm. So I'm there, and I'm going to grab the ankle. I'm going to pull this arm out. I shimmy my hips. I want to pull that nice and tight. I lie back, and I can take this foot, I kick that arm away, and I close the triangle. So I finish the triangle right here and squeeze. Okay, another little angle there, just turn. Okay, so again, just to show that position. So we're here. Again, we had the seat belt, but she's holding my, grab the arm, so I can't really do anything. Switch hands, switch hand. So a little switch. This hand goes and replaces that hand. This hand will grab this arm. I want to pull that arm off. I'm going to step over her bottom arm. Grab my ankle with my underhook that's under the head. I grab my shoulder here. I pull and I swing that triangle over and we sweep. So yeah. So then you have a guys simple little triangle, little arm triangle, triangle, and arm bars. Those are the advanced techniques. So let's give it a go, guys.